Welcome, teenies new and old, to Wits and Crits. This is definitely the first time I'm recording this episode. A roundtable Q&A style podcast hosted by me, your Dice Goblin and resident Vanilla Guard Boy 11 ship gremlin, Hayden Davio. I'm the player for Aviana Kolesh, Regan Aylox, and Fianula Ione for one more episode, don't remind me. For those of you who are finding us for the first time, hi, hello! We are Nat 19. We're a group of actors, performers, and improvisers who have come together through our love of storytelling and mutual nerdery. Today, on my show, for the last time ever, I have Eric Embleton. And Brandon, I think is your name? I think that's what you introduced yourself as.
Yes, it is me, Brandon!
The last time we'll be on because we'll have passed away by the next time the episode goes out.
I will be dead!
This is a message from the past. We're...
It's me, Braden! Hi!
Braden! Braden Alexander! Hello! Go ahead and introduce your fine selves. We'll start with Eric.
Hi, I'm Eric Embleton. I play the Kyra in The Princes and the Gino in the Dumas. And the Omar a couple times in the Vestig. And the Callus that one time as well.
Yeah!
So to translate, that's Gino in Devil's Bite Surrender and
Yes.
Omar in Vestige of a Few Kids.
Yes. Thank you.
Just in case people don't know.
Thank you for being my translator.
I got you, boo. And we have Braden. Go ahead and introduce your fine, fine self.
Hi, my name is Braden Alexander. I'm 5'8". I played Jolene in Jolene in Curse of Strahd.
I mean, you technically played her in Princess too.
Of the Apocalypse. And Eric, my thing. No, I'm kidding. Fenris Silveron in Vestige of a Fucus. Lorelei in our Crystal Haddislin one-shot. Pepper in Gilligan's Grave. And I think... Oh, and Cherry Harley in Digimon Emblem Story, because we love Digimon!
We do love the Dick
going that far back.
I know, I was like, I'm not gonna stop you.
And Diane Winters in Fate. There we go. That's everyone, I think.
Braden, love of my life, can you gain up ever so slightly, my friend? You are a little bit quiet.
Of course. I sure can. Alright, I believe... Well, excuse me.
What? Alright, and I can gain you back down on my end. Cool.
There we go.
Cool. I had you almost at 200. I was like, they're still quiet.
My apologies.
It's cool. Darn right you do. And for those of you who do not know how our show works, or you have forgotten, because, you know, sometimes I forget week to week, there's a lot of brain soup. It's too hot. It's too hot. It's already like 100 degrees outside. I'm not about it. So, how this works is I've got a couple dice here. Little clicky clackies. And I'm gonna roll them in my little dice tower. I'll roll a d4 to determine who I'm asking the question to. And then I will roll a secondary die to determine which question I will be asking to these lovely, lovely folks.
All right.
So shall we begin? It's for Braden!
That's me.
It is you. I'm gonna roll a d6. Alrighty. For Jolene.
Oh my goodness, a princess question.
A princess question. For Jolene, having met Devon's new traveling companions, what are her thoughts on them? In addition, what are her thoughts regarding the current elemental crises that they're facing? Any plans for that, or does she believe Devon and co. have it covered?
I think the first thought that Jolene had meeting the princess crew was like, wow, Devon sure knows how to choose them, huh? Just in the sense of they have a equal level of chaos, if not more so than the Curse of Strahd crew. And so, Jolene's happy to see that Devin's found another kooky band of the prince's crew to tag on with.
You can say weirdos. It's accurate.
Okay, weirdos, freaks, if you will.
Don't worry about it. But if Jolene says weirdos or like other weirdos, she has to admit that she's a weirdo, and I don't think she'll ever do that.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
There's some character growth. Maybe one day.
She's the real villain of Princess.
No, not my sweet Jolene.
The villain.
The princess of the apocalypse.
The apocalypse. Come here, Hedrick. Meow. I think Jolene is more in tune with like everything that's going on with Carnifex and the political climate of Neverwinter more so. Like obviously the elemental situation is huge, but in the Forgotten Realms there's often a lot of world-ending things happening at once. So I think she's got a lot of plates spinning in the air, and the princess party does seem very capable. I mean, I think Jolene's like, they've got it, and if they don't got it, then it becomes my problem later. But I don't think she's gotten to, it will become she's like, they've got it.
It's like, God, I hope they've got it.
I sure hope they do, because God, I have too much going on already.
Oh my God, you for realsies. There were so many parts to that question.
I threw it in the Wits and Crits chat.
Oh, thank you.
I got you.
Mwah.
Part of
Right. I think Jolene is just like, damn, another thing going on. Hoping that this doesn't have anything to do with Carnifex, or that Carnifex can't think of a way to exasperate the situation. But I think again, Jolene's kind of focused on what they've got going on.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I think that encompasses everything.
I just had like some theories about Carnifex. I'm like, I won't talk about them right now, but man.
Oh.
I'll share them with you after. I'll share
yeah,
them with you after the recording. Remind me.
Give me that shit.
Oh yeah, no, I just had some thoughts. I'm like, oh no. Yeah, but wonderful answers. Thank you. Oh. It's for both of you. I'm gonna roll a d6, and we're gonna find out what Ryuji's barking at. But I rolled a 2. So, I have a question for both of you. What do you think is good advice for players who are new to roleplay in their TTRPGs? Where do they start? What is there to keep in mind? So if you didn't catch that was, what do you think is good advice for players who are new to roleplay? In case there's any, teenies who just turned off, be like, Hayden, stop! Yeah, I know, because I'm gonna hate listening back to that.
Oh, I will as well.
I absolutely hate ASMR, but it was funny.
I was frozen in terror and horror.
It's like,
did not register the question.
I was aghast at the situation I found myself in.
I was gobsmacked, truly baffled. So, what do you guys think is good advice for players who are new to roleplay in their TTRPGs? Where to start? What to keep in mind?
It's a really good question.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You're trying something new, and acting is a very vulnerable space, and so it's very easy to be defensive and protective of that. And it's valid to feel that way, but have the ability to forgive yourself and to let yourself make mistakes or, do oopsies. And also, acting starts with reacting, so you can always, as a first move in roleplay, is thinking about how your character would react to certain things, maybe, as a good starting point.
Yeah. I think another thing as well for someone like who's like just starting out with TTRPGs and roleplay and stuff is like, if you're nervous about like starting your first campaign and like, oh man, I don't feel like you have to have like 40 pages worth of backstory and like your character's opinions on literally everything around them, and just like it's okay to start with something really simple and
Yes.
and then like what you said, have that simplistic character idea react to the things around them as they come, and just kind of form your opinions based on
In the
the
moment.
way you just based on the moment.
I mean, I don't know if Eric would agree with me, but I find that those characters that start with a simplistic idea are oftentimes much easier to perform as.
I
In that
absolutely
regard.
agree. The characters that I've made that have had like little to no like or not no, I always have at least something, but having a very simple idea makes it a lot easier to just like paint. It's like a blank canvas you get to paint on, whereas if you already have like a half painted canvas already, it can be harder to adjust to it sometimes.
Right. And
No,
always
it makes-
be in discussion with people. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that makes perfect sense. But yeah, no, always be in discussion, and I super agree. It's like, don't be too hard on yourself. I think I say this every single episode, but I'm like, don't pre-plan scenes. Like, I know it's, especially if you are nervous, that can be really tempting to do, and if you're like really wanting to connect with people, that can be really tempting. But I super recommend just letting the moment take you. I think is the best way I can put it, is let the moment take you. And let yourself react. Because as someone who used to be really, really nervous for roleplay, that is, like, from experience, the best advice, like, I can personally give. Outside of what you guys have already said.
And if you're with a group that's also new to roleplay, and sometimes it's a little awkward of like, okay, who's gonna start the dance first? Remember, your roleplay moments can be about other people's characters. It doesn't just have to be like a revelation on your character's end. Sometimes what I do before sessions is I'll sit down in character and write down just questions that I have for other people's characters, and in a moment of lull, I'll just be like, yeah, sure, I'd ask a question right now. And then it's like an invitation for another player to come and join you in this little tego that roleplay is.
Yeah.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who likes to write down questions. Like, it's like, I'm just gonna have these in my pocket if there's ever a lull.
We play nosy bitches. It's how we do.
What?
It's actually like
That's actually us. Yes.
I was gonna say, like, I had never thought about that before, of just like writing down like just a series of questions that like, oh, if ever the moment feels right to ask it, or if there's ever a lull, just pop that question. Like, I never thought about that, and I might just start doing that now. I think that's a really great idea.
It's just like, sometimes you're hanging out with a friend and you're looking at them and you're just like, what middle school did you even go to, man? Like, I want to know your lore.
Yeah.
What's up with you?
Because that's so how life works, too, is like, sometimes you're like, can I ask you a fucking weird question that just popped into my head? I do that all the time.
Most of our conversations, frankly.
I was like, yeah, that is a lot of our conversation.
So say you were stranded on a beach. That's the end of the thought.
The best answer I've ever heard to that question is, It's like, okay, you're stranded on a beach. What are you bringing with you? And my friend said, I'm going to bring a bucket of blue paint and a bucket of red paint so that when I mix them together, I am truly marooned. And I wanted to drop kick him so bad. Yeah, Leju, I'm talking about you.
Psychic damage right now.
Oh, I was about to guess. I was about to ask, was that Aaron?
No.
That sounds like something Aaron would say.
No, it wasn't. In the moment, I was like, this is an Aaron answer, but also, fuck you, Leju. I say lovingly.
Of course.
I'm like, oh my god, I hate it, but it's really funny. How dare you? So everyone steal that. It's great. But hell yeah, I think that's really wonderful advice. And I think a lot of people... I learned a lot of, like, my roleplay stuff just from watching people play. And, like, just, observing my fellow players. Like, oh, that's how they approach it. And you also... I find you gain, like, a greater appreciation for your fellow players by just... letting them, like, do their thing and just watching them and going... like, absorbing their approach to how they play games and things like that. And I think that's part of the fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. Okay, I rolled a 3, so the dice really want to ask both of you questions, and that's fine by me.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. Okay. Interesting. Let's see. I like this. Are there any character archetypes / builds you'd like to see the other person in the interview play? So I guess, Braden, what would you like to see Eric play and vice versa?
I've seen Eric play many a character.
It's
What classes haven't you played?
that narrows it down, actually. Yeah.
That's actually a good point. Yeah. I have not.
I mean, I would love to see you play a paladin because I feel like that's such a fun class for one, and then you get the oath, which is something I could see you really working with.
I have definitely played paladins before, but I've not played like the archetypical paladin. Because like Yormir was a paladin, but he wasn't.
You're right. Yeah,
But
he was paladin in a world with Christianity.
Yeah, and yet he wasn't. He didn't follow the Christian religion. But yeah, I definitely haven't played like a knightly character
like a
before.
Good Somnus Damian. Sorry, Logan. Somnus Damian.
Somnus Damian.
Somnus Damian Clark.
I'm gonna get killed later. Like a paladin who isn't a himbo, but I know.
I don't think all paladins have to be himbos.
I want to see you play a lot of himbos, and they're wonderful. I would just love to see you take paladin in a different direction, because I think you really could, like a very caring paladin. I think you could come up with a couple different ideas. Maybe an Oathbreaker.
Ooh.
Like a kind of baddie, a well-intentioned baddie. Hello.
Huh.
Give them my number.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it for sure.
Yeah.
What classes haven't you played?
Druid. I haven't played fighter. I haven't played. I played cleric. Ranger. I haven't played. Let's think. I haven't played a wizard. There's been many times I've been supposed to play a wizard.
That's
And then
I mean,
things
like,
happened.
it's like the archetypical wizard, I suppose, is something that you. I mean, Jolene is kind of adjacent to that.
Draconic sorcerer.
Yeah, but like in terms of like the archetype of like the of that like kind of how to put it, like a well-to-do, like kind of refined person who practices magic kind of person, you know.
Ooh.
I want Braden to be a wizard princess in a tower.
Guys, please let me play a princess again! Please!
Yeah, like how the question was, what archetypes haven't they played before that you'd love to see them play? And we were just like, play Jolene again, but a wizard.
No, I thought about wizard and tower, and then I thought about princess.
Let me play Sir Pumpernickel. My time.
But yeah, it's like I think like maybe like a super nerdy type, like kind of bookwormish person. I don't think I've seen you play that before.
Oh yeah, it's true, and you never will. No, I'm kidding.
And I hate that idea.
Okay, I'm playing the highest intelligence in Gilligan's Grave right now, and I'm rocking a 14. So
Oh hell yeah!
it takes certain circumstances for me to be the smartest in a party.
And we love Pember.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna be listening
Hell
to
yeah,
GG.
brother.
I'm gonna continue listening while I work later today, because I love me some GG.
Nice.
Because Carrie made me cry last session.
Woo-wee! Carrie makes me cry every session.
She's too good. She's too good.
Too talented. That motherfucker.
You know, another archetype that like you kind of did before, but not like it was never fleshed out. You're heckin' kind of like the quiet type roguish character.
That's true.
Like, yeah, you did that for like a one shot, and then she
Oh
like
my god,
disappeared.
that's true. I've never played a rogue. That is true. That's the one I forgot. Well, I played a rogue in a one shot, but that's like not.
But
really...
yeah, that how much does that
also-
count?
I think I ran across a bridge and died. So...
You did. Well, you fell off of it. You lived, but
did
it
live.
wasn't revealed that you lived until after the one shot.
What a world!
That's how dragon servants be.
Yarp.
Yikeronies. I wasn't there for that. I'll take your expertise.
I'll be a little angsty rogue again. That could be fun.
It's so fun. Not that I would know.
They can be pretty fun. Can attest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bird rogues high five.
Yeah, let's go.
Caca.
Caca.
Caca. I guess. Well, thank you for your wonderful answers to the question. I'ma roll again. It's for Eric.
Yeah!
Okay, let's see. Eric, I have a question for you.
What's up? What's your question?
It's about Dino.
Oh shit.
What was the original design plan for Mortal Gino before he ended up turning into Briar? Give him those words, boy.
The plan wasn't complete. I'm sorry, Braden, you keep talking.
What were you saying, Brad?
What are you saying?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah? You called yourself a can opener?
Oh, I see.
I knew who was hot first. There you go, folks. I told you so. That's all. Continue.
You called it way before it happened. But yeah, the design wasn't super complete in my head. I was kind of banking on, because up until the twist happened, I kind of expected the session to end there, and then Logan and I would work out a design like between sessions. So I hadn't fully formed it in my brain, but I had a few references, and his current look is not too different from what I envisioned. Because I kind of just ported a lot of that shit over. Just was like make his skin green and his eyes red. But I think he would have had a lot of the same like color scheme as the armor. And maybe like he would have had like horns. What's up?
More can-like, I see. Sorry, I'm gonna mute.
No, you're good.
No,
Don't
we
mute.
want the chaos, bitch. Get in here.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
But heck, I think he probably would have had like horns that were like kind of gold, like his helmet a little bit. He would have had like a long tail with some like gold like crystal stuff on it. Maybe. I was kind of leaning towards like a crystal tiefling / Hadislan vibe for him.
Ooh.
One of us. One
Yeah.
of us. I'm not Crystal Hadislan, but one of us.
But yeah, if I had ever gotten to choose a race, that definitely would have been what I picked. And I don't know which sub race I would have chosen. Probably the most fucking like chaotic one. But yeah, I think that would have probably been it. Like, imagine him as he is now with horns and a tail and the same color scheme as the armor.
That's hot. That's hot. Braden, same. Honestly, same. You start going, and I was like, I wasn't vocalizing it, but in my head I was like,
I'm just saying what.
What can I say? Eric characters are hot. I have made no secret about how into Omar I am. I'm very normal about your character. I'm like, no, we've known each other long enough at this point. It's been 4 years this year. I can be like, nah, your characters are hot as fuck, bro.
Oh yeah,
I have been
yours too. Like,
hell yeah, brother. I have been openly thirsting for Desmond, like, on Twitter. I'm like, hey yo, he don't got no wife? I mean, he into his spouse? What's up? Like, I'm being a problem, and I have been endorsed that I'm allowed to be a problem. I'm like, oh fuck yes, I'm about to thirst so hard for these fucking. Listen, what is D&D if not for rolling fun dice and thirsting for your friends' characters? I don't understand.
got a point. Got a really good point.
They've got a point, chat.
They've got a point. Oh, but anyway, sorry, I derailed that with being like, "Ho" about your character.
No, you're good. You're good.
I did a smash or pass yesterday. I don't think the energy's left my body.
That's fair. I mean, like, I feel like it kind of never does, honestly.
What do you mean?
Listen, I watch your fucking VODs. That's my job, to watch your fucking VODs.
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds fake, buddy.
Check all the tapes. Every single one of them.
That's such the energy of this you.
Yeah. Except I pull up with like 50 things, be like, this you.
If I say no, can I leave?
Giving very Roderick saying, that's not me.
It's not me.
This isn't you?
No. But yeah, no, Hadislan, Gino, to wind it back. Hadislan, Gino, I'd be super down. And also, it would be, like, two, like, Hadislan fighter, or Hadislan sword saints, who are the demons on the team. And I'm like, that's really fun.
Would have been pretty fucking sick. It already is sick, but it would have also been sick then.
I love our boys. I want art of, like, Theo on Gino's shoulders. And just, like, holding up our swords. That'd be cute.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah. Make it happen, fan artists. Let's go. I'll just commission it, but, you know, make it happen. Go pay an artist.
Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me how hot Gino could have been and currently is. Anyway. It's for bread.
Oh my god.
If you were any kind of bread, what kind of bread would bread be?
Oh man, this is a difficult one, you know? you look at every grain, every day, and you ask yourself, who will I be? Am I a simple white wheat? Or do I have variance and dimples and freckles upon my skin, such as like a pumpernickel? Or am I sweet and luscious like brioche? I don't know. It changes every day.
My first thought was brioche bread because it's like that soft, like fluffy, like texture, but also a good potato bread. Like, you know, a good potato bun?
Yes.
But like,
very
I feel like
familiar
you'd be a
with
potato bun on days where we lounge on the couch and fucking watch trash TV, you know?
Oh,
I miss that.
brilliant. Oh, I do too.
I just made myself sad. I'm like, oh man, you want to watch Yellow Jackets later? You want to order wings and eat yellow or wait. Hold on.
No, finish.
No, that's what
Backing
happens
up.
in the show, Hayden.
You're right. You're so right. So true, Bestie. I'm gonna actually roll a question for you.
I was about
Oh,
to say, I was
man.
like, who the fuck?
Me being a fucking meme lord. See, I ask you guys to give real questions so that I can be the only meme lord. Me.
There can be only one.
There can only be one. I am the one memer. But I have a question for your biggest meme character. How do you feel with some hints that Fenris might be a chosen or an aspect of the Pale Lady?
Scared.
Yeah, sure.
I with any ounce of responsibility or novelty that Logan gives our characters, danger comes with it. But I will say, I'm very excited. I am curious to find out more about the Pale Lady. I will be transparent in saying that I absolutely love everything that Logan has thrown at me as Fenris. And I'm having fun. I didn't expect the level of what do they call it? Like, not midlife crisis. What do elves get? Mid-century crisis?
Yeah, I guess.
Mid-eon?
I mean, she's getting close to that big 200, so.
Oh yeah, she is. She's having her she's having a little
mid-century crisis.
little mid-century crisis. You know, might dye her hair, might chop it all up. No, I'm kidding. We'll see how
No.
she turns out campaign 2.
No, don't cut your
And I'll be this
hair.
bottle of hair dye can fix my problem.
You know what? Whatever you need to tell yourself. Whatever you need to tell yourself. I'll do it for
I
you.
need more teeth.
Well, I can go punch a guy in the face in the alley and get you some teeth. Do you want more teeth?
Always
I'll
a
beat
good
up-
friend.
Right? It's like, I'll beat the shit out of someone for you. What you need, girl?
Just kidnaps all of Vogan's teeth he's collected.
It's like, where'd they go? It's like, I don't know.
He's- oh god, the idea of Vogan sleeping on a pillow of teeth. Like, just there's a pillow and there's just a huge bag of teeth, and he's like, well, one day they'll collect and they're gonna leave me a lot of money.
He still believes in the tooth fairy.
Why not?
He's like,
It's
they'll
a
come
nice
eventually.
character. Yeah.
That's my Vogan. It's just my dude bro voice.
Yeah. Me too. Sorry, Spencer.
I'm not.
But you know, I'm very excited to see where it leads us, and this fear or this responsibility and like the anticipation of like what it will take to step up to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm excited for campaign 2. I want to know what it's all about.
Oh yeah, no, I've been brain rotting about campaign 2 so hard.
Gilligan's Grave. If you've been watching Gilligan's Grave, I don't know if you're getting nervous for campaign 2 because of Gilligan's Grave, but I'm getting nervous for campaign 2 from Gilligan's Grave.
I need
there's
to
a
watch
lotta-
more.
you will lose your mind because I know you have your cork board and your string, and you know I absorb through osmosis and sometimes my own intellect some parts of the world that Logan has given us, and just some of the ramifications of the implications make me anxietation. Not good. None of these things spell out good. Why does the like, oh, it's all bad.
No, go
It's
off.
all bad
Go
here.
off, please.
It's
Gush
all
about
bad.
GG.
The Academy's on. Sorry, this is somehow turned into. Never mind. That's all Gilligan's Grave stuff.
No,
I
go
mean-
for it. I just gave you permission to talk.
The Academy's on their way, and there's a guy who's got a bucket on his head, and he's intellect all fucked up, and then someone like, oh, it's all bad, and like we're like, who could that be? And I'm like, man, I bet you that's someone integral. And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I recognize little bits of this, and it's making me nervous, because if you're who I think you are, this is bad implications. This is all bad. It's all bad. So I'm scared for Fenris. Me as Pepper, I'm like, la la la, oh, let me find out all this stuff. I love magic. But as Braden, I'm looking at Fenris like, baby girl, it's gonna be rough out there.
It's like, good luck, buddy.
Like, where amnesis began? Like the, this is like the inciting incident, because we are in the past. Fenris is in the future. And so, if we know that, we know something has to go wrong here. But also, there's discussions, and you, Hayden, I know your ears are gonna fucking whoop up, but there's talk of a parasite?
Huh?
Talk of a pear? Yeah!
Huh? I'm sorry, what?
And what else had a parasite? Well, back in Fenris's backstory, when we were talking to the Silver Esper and they showed us visions, Fenris saw a fucking parasite. I'm just saying, y'all, it might not be the same thing, because like from what Logan's described, I don't know if the scale's the same, but there's no camera on me, but I have my two index fingers and I'm putting them together. Just bat up and those are my synaptics, statics in my brain, connecting and getting very nervous for campaign 2 of Vestige of Avugas.
Oh, meow. And if you think about
Danger.
Velis, he's kind of a parasite in some ways.
Around. I tell ya, he's in the fucking walls. He's in the fucking walls. I guarantee. I swear to God, if we take this damn bucket off this bucket motherfucker and he ends up to be a Velis looking bitch. Woo! Okay, we're good. We're calm.
No, we're
awesome.
not.
It could be anyone. I'm not okay. Anyway, I'm having so much fun, and I really look forward to everything Logan has put towards all of our characters and the world that we're playing. So I just can't wait to dive back in.
Hell yeah, that's the best answer I ever could have asked for. I was like, no, you want a brain rot, do it. Say the words, man.
I was fighting my soul.
I could feel it. I know, and that's why I was like, no!
Or my lack thereof, since I'm
Yeah, because you're a ginger. Meh, meh, meh.
It's like, talk!
No.
Speak!
No, I want it. No. No.
The next question is for Eric.
What?
Eric. Now that the final battle is done in DMS, what do you think will be the first super fun thing that Gino decides to do now that he has his body back, and now that the threat of Machiavelli isn't looming over his head?
I think he wants to fight Dante 1v1.
That's hot.
Yeah, I think he's gonna lose, but he wants to fight him. As far as that, I think that's the first thing when he's not all beat up. But as far as like on a slightly bigger scale, think he wants to try to fucking talk to these knights and be like, yo, get your shit together and start treating Manny like a person. That's probably what he'll do first. And then fight Dante.
That seems like a good to-do list.
As for the rest of his life, I don't know. Maybe he'll open his own fucking like devil hunter, like fucking thing, and be like, hey, are you a real one? Are you cool? All right, cool. You can live here. If you're not, I'm gonna kill you.
Dude.
Like,
you know how Dante's place is called Devil May Cry? We open up an adjacent business called Devils Might Surrender.
I have had that idea in my brain for so long. We gotta do that.
That sounds perfect.
But yeah, I think those are probably his like top 3 things.
Oh, that's so good. I love that his priority often comes back to Manny. And I think that, like, it shows, like, even when he didn't know who he was, and even throughout this whole journey of finding out his past, that hasn't changed about him. The caring nature of Gino, as much as he can be, like, a hot-blooded fighter, and he gets really, like, he's got that battle lust, I really love that we have never seen that side of Gino waver. Like, he is, at his core, at least how I view him, he feels like at his core he's, like, has a lot of knightly values in a lot of ways. Like, he's very protective, he's very kind, very loving person. And I think that really has shown through the entire campaign.
Yeah, he
like him
definitely.
for a reason.
What's up?
Oh, the knightness of Gino.
Oh yeah.
We love. What a good guy.
I mean, he's part of the Knights of Ulysses, so I guess it tracks.
Yeah.
But yeah, he definitely. I mean, originally I think it was in large part to do because it was just his job to do that. And I think it quickly became like, no, you're my fucking brother, and I will die for you.
No.
I've only known Manny for 5 days, and I would kill everyone here if something happened to him, and then myself.
Absolutely.
Protect the child. Unless you're Arden, then you're like, kill the child.
Yeah. Every time he's made jokes about doing that, I always imagine Gino just being like, silently just like staring death daggers at his fucking at his ass.
Gosh.
So,
Now that he's human, it's way harder to hide.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't try to hide it. He just
like to think
radiating fucking demon energy. Like,
Malice.
don't you fucking dare.
You want to run that by me again, champ?
Like, I know you're joking, so I'm not gonna fucking hit you. But the second I see you make any kind of aggressive motion, it's your fucking head off.
Please.
I love you. You're my friend. The second you try, you're not my friend anymore.
Please don't.
Yeah, no. That's the thing. It's like he knows Arden wouldn't.
But if
Better
he did,
not. I'll kill him myself. Better not.
You would do it? Is what you're saying?
No, but I would threaten no more kisses.
Oh, okay.
And
Well, I
that's
guess
worse
I
than
should
I
death.
guess I should know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Fate
no.
worse
He'd live
than
in
death, no
misery
for your
forever.
kisses. I know exactly. That's the threat.
Some things are worse than death.
No for your kisses worse than death. I think so.
Feel like,
Kiss me.
but yeah, I'm so excited for Gino no to just have
I'm
a
excited
life.
to see. Yeah, I'm excited to see like what this last epilogue game, like, kind of where it puts all our characters.
I don't want it to end.
Yeah, I get you.
all good things must.
No.
Man, we ask another question before I go really sad. BBB. It's for blood.
Oh my god.
Do-do-do-do. So for Jolene,
Oh my god.
would Jolene call on the rest of the Strahd party if Carnifex was going to attack Neverwinter?
Yeah.
Cool, great
Well,
answer.
I mean, it'd be. I mean, I can't imagine anyone out of the Strahd party who wouldn't want in on that sort of thing.
Yeah. Especially Monty and Ashley.
Yeah. I think she would be a little flummoxed if Devin blew her off.
I
But
can see that.
if Devin has new priorities, I understand.
She just might.
Oh,
Ooh.
and I. Well,
I can't help it.
it's okay. It's so funny to me because from Prince's perspective, it's like so nefarious and so evil. But then you cut to like Jolene's perspective, and it's like, I love my best friend Devin.
Yep.
If I knew that something was bringing my friend Devin discomfort, I would desire to throw myself upon the flames. But I'm glad that there is nothing that vexes my friend Devin.
I'm glad there's nothing wrong.
I think Jolene definitely like sees that there's something that makes Devin unhappy, but I don't think the two have connected.
Mm.
You have to understand, in as much as like it's heavy-handed in Prince's that Devin had intentions for Jolene, that wasn't really made clear in Curse of Strahd. Like there would be moments of Devin being like jealous of Hadrick, or you know, comments being made, or just like, you know, compliments, but no, nothing further. No. If that does that make sense?
No, it makes perfect sense, and I know that. I just like being a butthole about it.
No. I have no. I think it's hilarious because I mean I'm playing Maxine, who's like, do you want me to get her head and bring it to you? You know what I mean? And so it's good. It tickles me. It's a good time. But yes, Jolene would be like, hey, dragon coming. Y'all want in on this? Or is
What
it just
up,
going to be-
peeps?
What is up, my home skillets? Is it just going to be me and Hadrick on this shindig, or what? There's a part of Jolene that has been bitten by the bug of adventuring.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, I obviously didn't make this roleplay decision on account of me playing Jolene in the party. But just, like, Jolene even talking to the party about the elemental eye and stuff, just being like, oh, wow. Patrick, wouldn't it be crazy if, like, we went out there? We could adventure for, like, a week.
We could go do that.
Just go for a weekend to get a little adventuring in, and then come back.
Hadrick is like, you are the princess. You're not going anywhere.
He's like, but what if we did?
I just got you out of danger. Please, for the love of God. But yeah, I think Jolene would be like very like, oh yes, brilliant. So the dragon has come to finally meet its maker. Very well.
Assemble.
Strahd killers, assemble.
If we're ever seriously leveling Jolie, I don't know. I'll talk to Aaron if that time ever comes.
Hell yeah.
That's the point.
Oh, I love it. I tease as Regan, but I love me some Jolene. She's great. She's fun.
Mm-hmm.
This one's for Eric. I'm gonna question for you. Question for Eric.
I'm gonna answer it like this.
I'm gonna roll again. Did we not have?
Oh, you tell him, buddy. Pop off, sir. Come here, fuckface. I love you.
here. Come here, bud. Come here. You want to be on the podcast? Hi, buddy. You want to be on the
He's
podcast?
got things to say.
He always
You
does.
guys stopped giving the recaps in my voice, and I just wanted to say, what the fuck is up, Logan?
Yeah.
What
It's
the
all Logan's fault.
Ever since Squeaky became a VTuber, man.
Yeah, man. So, Eric,
Yeah.
with DMS coming to a complete close very soon, don't fucking remind me, teenies. I swear to God. I wanted to ask the question, are you satisfied with Gino as a character? Is there anything that you want to see in a potential campaign 2? So if we were to continue the story, which we're not, we've made it very clear,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But if Gino's story were to continue, is there anything you would want to see, or are you satisfied with where he's ended up so far?
Honestly, I really am. I don't think if there were to be like in this theoretical DMS campaign 2, I think I'd probably play a different character. I think Gino's arc, his story is pretty done. I'm pretty happy with it. Much as I love him and I don't want to say goodbye to him, it's also like this feels complete, you know?
Yeah, no, I super get you, because I'm in a very similar place with Fio, is like her story feels complete, and with like the epilogue coming, I feel like, yeah. But it's gratifying to hear, like, it's gratifying to hear that you feel like you're satisfied, because, you know, as a fellow player, like, you want your friends to be like having fun and like happy with where their characters end up, and I think Gino's had such a good arc, and it's been really fun to see you just play and react to all of the things that have come his way, and it's been such a good time just being a part of it, just watching you go on that journey. So I'm very happy that you are satisfied, and I'm very curious. It makes me think, what kind of, if we were to do another campaign in the DMS universe, what kind of character do you think you would bring in?
Oh man. My brain immediately goes to like, and I know Logan would hate this, like an artificer.
Interesting.
Maybe something like kind of like a more combat ready Nico in a way, in terms of like the kind of stuff that they have made for themselves. It's like the kind of technician-y character who fights with their things instead of giving them to other people to fight with.
That's fun.
Yeah,
I really love
something
that.
like that. I think I was floating a similar idea around in my brain. I don't know if I ever brought it up to Logan, but it was an idea I had back before we started playing. But then I was like, ooh, we can be an Angelo. Yes, please. So, yeah, something like that probably.
That's really fun. I like that. Oh, DMS.
Me too. I like it a lot. It sounds amazing.
DMS lends itself to like some unique characters, which, you know, DMC does. Like, it's known for its bombastic stuff, and I feel like DMS really captured that. So I'd be very
Absolutely.
curious what like an artificer type character would look like in a fast-paced environment like DMS, because artificers, like, they need to like work on things and build their stuff over like rests and things like that. Like, it's what I would call a slower paced class.
Yeah, definitely. But with the length of rests in DMS,
Yes, true.
maybe it would be able to keep up a little bit more than like an artificer typically would.
Yeah, it would
Short
be.
rest is 5 minutes, so it's like, oh, I'll just whip something up real quick.
Like, I mean that fast. Damn, dude. Like, I'm just that good. Here you go. Here's a tiny cannon.
Like, whatever.
It's no biggie deal. It's
That
no
was-
biggie deal.
Honestly, That actually kind of reminds me of a question that I had.
Yeah.
Because like it reminds me of that I have this thing where like sometimes I just think about like what other classes could my characters be like you know, what other classes could I see them as with the context of like an event in their life went slightly differently and butterflied out into them becoming a different class. And I think for Gino, I think it could have been either an artificer or the techie sword saint, like the one that Wrench was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like that's if he had gone more into like I'm Briar now as opposed to I'm Gino, I could have seen that happening for sure.
That would have been interesting.
But like, yeah, that's an interesting alternate world, and it made me wonder like, do y'all have stuff like that where like an event in your characters' lives that if it had gone differently, they might have ended up as something else?
Yep, and I'm not gonna tell.
Oh yeah?
For one of them, I'm definitely not gonna tell because I want it to come out naturally for them.
Okay.
For Regan, I mean, her being a druid is like a huge part of her, just because of how she is. I think a ranger, like it's very close to like who she is, but like her dad's a ranger, and I think if she wasn't gifted with like the druidic magic that she is, I think like a ranger would make a lot of sense for her because she loves to explore. She is very like savvy with the world around her.
Yeah.
So I think like a ranger would make a lot of sense for her. Theo? Theo's tough. Cause like her being a sword saint is so just indicative of what she is.
On account of being a sword.
Yeah, on account of formerly being a sword. Maybe a paladin.
Like if she because well, wasn't the whole thing that like that she was part of like Lucifer's forces that then had the sword infused into her?
Yeah, so she died on a field of demons fighting for the sword piece. And she was revived as one of the pieces of the Yamato, basically.
Yeah,
it's
so
like
it
the
just,
short
got
version
infused with her and revived her.
Yeah.
So I guess if she hadn't died, then she would have ended up as the thing that you said a second ago.
Yeah, I think she would.
A paladin of
A paladin? Ooh, a paladin of
Oh.
Lucifer would go hard.
That would be sick.
That goes hard.
I was just about to say, heckin', if Fenris had chosen more violence than compassion, she probably would have ended up being a paladin as well.
Ooh, Oathbreaker Fenny.
Paladin of Tequain. Ooh, or Oathbreaker. Jeez. Oh
Man.
Fenris. Oh no. Oh
I'm about it.
Hell yeah. I definitely know that if Kyra had never met Yuri, she probably would have gone down the warlock route. Yeah, because I think the pressure to learn magic from everyone around her where she grew up would have just like been too much for her at a point where she just takes the easy route, and it's like, all right, it's something offers her power to make all the fucking like the pressure and the tormenting stop, and she's just like, all right, give it to me, give me power. I'm sick of this. And she would have probably been, I don't know what she would have taken power from.
Instant serotonin, please. I mean, okay, I will say, to contribute to this question further, I can't speak to why, but I've talked about it in Gilligan's Grave. But Pepper studied under what would be considered multiple classes, but ended up being a warlock. Like she sort of trained at one point to be a bard, at least as the one that I've revealed so far. But she didn't pursue it. Because Lori was playing, or no, Desmond brought her to the college, and she was like, "Damn, I didn't pursue this further." But,
Okay.
Teehee.
Interesting.
And that's definitely the only one.
I believe you.
I'm sure.
Here.
I'm choosing to believe you.
Mm-hmm.
But what a good question. Yeah, that's what I want. Is more y'all asking questions and like making this more round table. I'm super about that.
Slay.
Yeah, no, don't let me just ask the questions. Ask me questions. Ask your fellows questions. That's what I want.
Yeah.
It's a round table podcast.
What's it like being so cute?
This table doesn't look particularly round, but
Dodging my question. Wow. Wow.
what was your question?
What's it like being so cute?
Oh, it's all right, I guess.
Very serious. Insightful.
Pretty okay, I guess.
Wow.
That ain't for me to say.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't feel like it is.
Mm.
I'm slow blinking at you. Can you feel it? Can you feel my look of
My left eye is blinking. Now my right.
the frog blink, the womp womp.
Licks eyelid.
Oh no, the frogs have
frog?
awakened.
Okay, besides.
So besides the point, I got a question for both of you. To both of you, like Hercules and the Hydra, heroes are often remembered by the monsters they have slain. What enemies or monsters are your characters most proud of defeating? Are there any enemies you regret killing? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I like that. More stuff like that. I love that.
Hmm.
I threw it in the Wits and Crits chat just because it is a longer one.
I'm very for Fenris. I will never forget the elation of defeating the lady.
I mean, yeah.
AKA the red part of Tiamat. Although I'm sure I didn't defeat fully. I think I defeated their heavily armament? Their motorcycle. But in the glass crown, that was a pretty awesome victory.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. What about you, Eric? What monsters are your characters most proud of defeating?
I think Gino's proudest of defeating the... Well, Machiavelli is a kind of a gimme.
Yeah.
But aside from that, the giant, like the great worm, the mechanical great worm.
Oh, yeah.
I think that was... Because it's just, like, the biggest thing. So I think that is probably what he's most proud of about it.
Ooh, okay. So there's this monster called Ajisai, right?
You know? Oh, that's valid and so real. Hell yeah, dude.
Woo! That fight against Maxine and Ajisai was so fun.
Hell yeah.
Very good time.
I like that you've canonically defeated both of Logan's characters.
Canon to all but Logan, yes.
Logan just doesn't want to admit it.
Aaron
That's
specifically
like-
said it happened.
Who?
Yep.
Who's Maxine? That's what Matt. It's fine.
I just
Is
have
it-
to be
I do it
Patrick.
again. I just have to do it again, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, if Baxter ever comes back, I'll be like,
Rematch. Because he's choosing to forget. And then I buff the shit out of fucking Maxine.
Who are you? Wait, what?
It's like, oh,
Fucking wee bastard, man.
Looks like he's been hit one too many times. The brain cells have been lost. Hit him again.
Yeah, I think that would be an on-site reunion.
Just as soon as you meet each other, hey, it's you! Punch.
Very, oh, never mind. It's a reference. It's besides the point.
Nah, I love it. I love that so much. The great monster of GC. So good. But part of the question is, like, are there any enemies that your characters, like, regret killing? That's, like, something that I'm very curious what you think about.
I wish we would have been able to save in Honokuni. Oh, her name's escaping me.
Tyr?
Yeah, Mother Tyr.
Yeah.
I wish we could have been able to get some of those people that were in that cycle out of there.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, even at that point, like, Tyr did some pretty terrible stuff, too. They were participating in the hunger, so... or the hunt.
It's one of those where it's kind of like a tough situation. It's like, yeah, you were complacent in all of this, but also... or you're complicit. Complicit is the word I'm looking for. You were complicit in all of this, but, like, for your own survival also.
Right.
Which... it's like a lot of us play characters where it's like, that makes sense. We've all had to do shit to survive that we're not exactly proud of, but we understand why we did it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was quite the fight.
That one was rough.
Poor Nemric.
That's fine. He got better.
Yeah, whatever.
Whatever. My inner Avi was like, oh no. The worst part about this is that Fenris will be sad. And then I have to deal with that. Ugh. I'll be there for her, but, like, 'cause I have to. Not that I care about Nemric. I care about Fenris, so. He'll get over it. Oh look, he got better. That's fine. What about you, Eric? Are there any enemies that your characters regret killing?
Gino, not at all.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's not a lot of room for regret in all the things that he's killed. For Kyra, I don't think she regrets any, like, I think she wishes that, because she knows a lot of these people that they're fighting in the cults were, like, abducted and, like, kind of, like, indoctrinated, basically.
Yeah.
And there's no way to tell which of them are about it and which of them aren't really.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she wishes that, like, you know, they could have lived. But is also like, this is an immediate threat that we kind of have to deal with, and you're in our way, and I'm sorry, but this has got to happen.
Fireball!
And I think there was one character in Waterdeep who she doesn't regret killing, but she regrets the way that we killed him. Because we were asked by someone in the Zentarim to kill someone who was basically a double agent for them and Xanathar's guild.
Gotcha.
But we were asked to make it look like, you know, not like they weren't involved.
Make it look like an accident.
Make it look like, or not even necessarily an accident, but just like a random act of violence not associated with any one party.
Gotcha.
And so Kyra didn't have a direct part in it, but she definitely let it happen. Where I think it was a leaf. It was like, I'm gonna cut this guy's body up and smear his blood on the wall.
Oh my god.
And like carve messages into his skin. It's like these crazy ramblings or some shit. A leaf is unhinged. has very little moral compass,
Oh my God.
except in regards to her friends. But yeah, so that happened, and Kyra was kind of like, I don't feel good about doing things this way. But yeah, I think that's about all the regrets she has in terms of the people she's had to fight.
Yeah, that's dark. That's dark. Yeah, no, I would regret that too.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, he was a piece of shit, for sure, but I don't, it just, that felt dirty.
Yeah, that gives me the ick. Hell nah. Alif, what the fuck?
It's a little fucked up.
Cody,
it's
what
pretty
the
fucked
fuck?
up.
Talking to you,
Elise,
Cody.
Why didn't you tell this to Maxine? You guys would have had more to talk about.
Like, that didn't really come up. I mean, she's not gonna bring up this thing that she's not proud of. Like, be like, hey, did you know I fucking watched my friend carve up some dude's body?
Like, oh, that's sick.
Imagine doing that for someone you care about.
Wasn't even because we cared about someone. It was just because it was a job and we needed it. We needed to do a favor to get a favor.
The level is a bit of overkill for sure.
Yes, 100%.
Good grief. Oh, leave. Straight to therapy. Do not collect 200 and go.
Alif could use a lot of that, I think.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a bit.
A smidge of therapy.
Just a skosh, bro. Yikeronis. Well, hopefully this next question will not evoke such yikeronis, but we'll find out. Hey, so for Eric,
Ah,
I got a question for you.
what's up?
Kyra gave Yuri a kiss on the cheek when she appeared to help against the cult of the Eternal Flame. Was this a platonic kiss or a romantic kiss?
You know the answer.
Yeah, but I want you to say it out loud.
It was absolutely a fucking romantic thing.
What? Kyra's
Oh,
into
what?
Yuri? What?
I'm so shocked.
What?
Oh, I think
I never saw it coming. That's
I'm
crazy.
having a heart attack. I'm shocked. Oh, my heart.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Candy, I can't
What?
take it.
I can't take it. I've got the vapors.
All these flares. Kyra's familiar.
No.
What?
Impossible.
Say it ain't so. What sort of spurned that on though? Like let's dig into that. What kind of spurned that on outside of it being like immediate danger, oh no, I might not see you again because this could go very badly, and it is. But like, or was it her kind of hitting a point of I can't hide the fact that I feel this way about you anymore? Like what was kind of going on for Kyra there?
It was kind of all of that. Like, it was definitely that's a big factor of what you said of like, I don't know if I'm gonna live through the next 2 minutes. So this just feels right to do with that in mind. And I think it was a matter of also like back before Yuri left their hometown, she wanted to say like how she felt back then. But she waited. She decided she was going to wait until Yuri came back, and then, you know, she didn't. And I think that's one of her biggest regrets, alongside just not going with her in general. So it's like, I'm not waiting. I can't wait anymore for this. So yeah. Even though she did
On the
just
cheek.
she did decide like, when this fight is over, I'm like, you know, I got stuff to talk to you about. I think that was a way of kind of motivating herself to get this done. So yeah, I contemplated having her say it right then and there, but I was like, you know what, I'm a plant a death flag. Aaron's making jokes about death flags. I'm gonna death flag it more.
You're like, bet, motherfucker, stab.
No.
I love stabbing death flags into myself. It's so fun.
Go down, then we go down together. Very familiar with that approach, Eric.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a good time. I love death flagging myself. It's a great time.
That's my first real like experience doing it. It's fun.
Welcome.
I like it.
Nothing's better than
It's
telling your
flirting with the
person,
flame.
right? It's like nothing's better than telling someone you love them and then promptly dying. It's so fun.
You didn't promptly die.
I
Couple
died
seconds.
like a couple sessions later, and it was so good.
That was.
But I also cried at my desk because I'm like, oh wait, I wasn't ready to say bye to her. Shit, wait, fuck.
When was this?
Oh, this was in Vestige during our little side campaign, buddy. You were there for that.
With the Underdark
When I
stuff,
got when I got hit with the Sword of 9 Lives, or the 9
I
Lives
forgot
Stealer.
You died.
Yeah, I
That's
fucking
right.
bit it, and then I turned ugly, got turned back, and then fucking died. I'm like, this is obvious no good, very bad day.
Was it during that whole thing that she said "I love you" for the first time to Rory?
Yeah, she said I love you to him right before we left.
Okay, I get ya.
Yep.
Ooh.
Because she's an impulsive bitch. And she's like,
That's
It's like my
juicy shit.
responsibility to bring you back to life.
mm-hmm.
Stressful.
Yeah, it's like, you're like, oh yeah, no, I'll keep Avi safe.
Well,
No one can
you
keep
just
Avi
had to
safe.
go on
She's
the
an
other
idiot.
side of that door.
Yep.
That was such a bad dungeon.
Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Oh, I could go on forever about that, but I won't because this is my episode. But, oh man. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, we were talking about kissing. I got distracted. Heckin' and death flagging, and then I went on a tangent because of course I did. Does Kyra have confidence regarding that kiss? Does she have any confidence whatsoever that Yuri might feel the same?
Honestly, I don't. I think she's kind of either way about it. I think it's a 50-50 for her. I don't. She doesn't really know. Which I think is why she also just settled for like, I'm gonna kiss you on the cheek, because that's also like a, you know, it's just she wasn't gonna go full in, especially since she's, you know, concentrating on a big spell to keep us all from dying. You know, I feel like a full-on mouth kiss might distract a little from that.
What? What?
It's the
But,
verbal
yeah.
components. The verbal components. Think of the verbal components.
She's just also someone who definitely would like want to have like assurance that like that's what she would want, like consent, obviously,
Yeah.
for something like that.
Good.
So yeah, I think it was a thing of like, this is romantic for me, but if you don't feel the same way, then we can just leave it at like, thanks for saving me.
Yeah. No, I love that
Yeah.
though. I'm very curious to see where it goes. I mean, we literally have game tomorrow, so I'm pumped.
Yeah, well,
Oh
I want
my
to take out this fire
God.
cult so bad.
I know. I have so much water shit prepped. We can't. It's like, all right, we're doing our last push. I'm like, I have so much water shit prepped and ready to go. And if I have to, I don't care. If Crust gets mad at me, I'm ready to kill his stupid fucking teacher. Fuck this guy. But also, there's a dragon. We got to deal with that shit.
Just fucking tidal wave that fire elemental.
Dude, I'm about to. But everyone's in the fucking way right now.
I'm raging from last session too. This is a
Mm-hmm.
big day.
Oh, it's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, because last session was technically all just one combat session.
Yep, I kept getting fucking hit.
Yep.
Like,
It's
oh
on
no, my rage is still up.
The perfect situation for a barbarian. It's just, you know, passive damage.
Mm-hmm. It's so good. Oh, it's gonna be tasty. I can't wait. I love D&D combat. It's so fun.
This one in particular was very interesting because it was like one encounter, like a series of like obstacles and hurdles right into another encounter with no like breaks in the initiative. So it's there's a lot going on in it, and it's really fun.
There's a lot of moving parts, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Mm-hmm. And God, that fucking Aaron set me up so good, and I was so happy with the fucking snakes on the bridge.
Oh yeah, man. Oh, that was the tastiest.
I was so super content to just leave those snakes alone and not do anything, but then he started lining them up, and I was like, well, I have to now. Like, I gotta get them all in one shot now.
Oh, I love a good tasty lightning bolt. It's like, oh, pow! It was so good. Like, we've talked about, like, being excited about, like, your fellow players doing shit. That was one of those moments for me where I'm like, yes! Fucking, yeah! I can see it! I can see the cinematic in my head! Ah! It's so good. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, if you could not tell. But I also love asking questions, so we got time for a couple more. Oh!
Braden, this one's for you. Hayden, this one's not for you. Fuck.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. I got a Pepper question for you.
Yeah! Alright, let's go.
Time for Pepper. With the possible exception of a certain bard, Pepper seems to... okay, I see how this is worded. Never mind. I'm gonna come in for that again, please. With the possible exception of a certain bard, Pepper seems to be the most secreted member of the party. Pepper said she's only keeping things she literally can't say from the party. Do you think she's being truthful? Why did she lie about the puzzle box?
I know if she's being truthful or not. I mean, I am the player.
Yeah, so that part I'm like, I think you can kind of disregard. It's like, do you think she's being truthful? I'm like, I mean, they're the player, so I think they would know if they're fucking lying out their ass.
I think what she's saying has truth to it. There are just things that haven't come up, so I'll give the other part of the question more attention. With the box, that is 100% a fib that she threw in, just carelessly, that has spiraled into something much more, which is so, like, of course in D&D, like, no one's metagaming, but when handed a fib, it's hard not to focus on the fib. But Pepper was just, she was left to her own devices at a house that no one had searched yet. What do you expect her to do? But they also didn't at the time know what she was doing, and so her intention in not telling them that wasn't malicious. It was more to keep them from asking questions that would complicate things, but a lot has come forward that she didn't genuinely know she could talk about. Her boss, Oxalia, well, her boss, I'm using air quotes here, that's I guess that's the general consensus, so I'll go with that. Her boss, Oxalia, was able to give a bit more light on the situation, and some of why she's not able to talk to them about it. I mean, there's a curse that literally prevents her from talking about certain things.
Interesting.
And then there's the knowing what information is going to lead to a avalanche. And kind of what information would protect the people around her from getting close to anything problematic. Because Pepper's initial intentions were to accomplish her goal unbeknownst to the party.
Yeah.
Because in general, the overall goal of the entire party, Pepper included, is to make sure that the pit is safe. And
Gotcha.
so it's more of like, almost like a need-to-know basis. There are things that have been revealed to some party members and not others. Skills that she has, abilities, but these things would complicate her teammates' lives, for one, because what she's doing isn't the safest thing, for one, and for two, a lot of the expectation is specifically on her. And so it's a very complicated situation. But yes, the whole box situation, she was just talking to Desmond and Lori and got carried away and just was like, oh yeah, this box was left at my door, whatever. And it just became so much more, to where now they're like, did an admirer leave it at your door? She's like, guys, it really doesn't matter. She found the box inside the house, but
They don't need to know.
I mean, yeah.
They don't need to know
They
that.
didn't search. They don't
That's
need to
on
know.
them.
They haven't noticed that she's walking around with new armor. That's on them.
My God.
I'm not kidding, Hayden. I found a legendary item and sick-ass armor.
And they ain't said shit.
Well, Pepper told them about the legendary item because she doesn't withhold information that she thinks is important to the party.
Yeah.
She just kind of, it's either gets carried away or, she gives as much information as she can.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't look through the house. And she was looking for a bunch of information. That's just stuff that she found with the information.
I love Pepper. I just love the way you play her. Like, just her thought processes and, like, how she approaches her relationships to other people, I think is just really interesting. And I think she's, like... And this isn't to say I don't love all the other characters you play, but I think she's quickly becoming one of my favorite Braden characters. Just because she feels very layered and she feels, like, very realized. And part of that is just how much you love her. And it's true that, like, the more we love a character, the more we're going to flesh them out, right? And we're going to, like, focus on them and things like that. But I think, like... But yeah, all that to say, like, Pepper feels very realized, and I really, really love what you're doing with her.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Ain't that the way, though? It's like, I don't know.
That's just D&D. It's like, oh, what am I doing? Oh, fuck it, I'll figure it out.
I think Pepper is like... It's like I've gotten a stray raccoon, and I put it in a cage with me. And it's like, the raccoon's like, I'ma do some crazy shit, man. And I'm like, alright, we're in it together. Because Pepper, like, I'm not saying that the character does things, unbeknownst or whatever. But, I find myself influenced by things I know about Pepper, or just that me and Logan have established, to make really strong character choices in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in a recent session, Lori was having this really impassioned, upset monologue, and it physically upset me. Like, Carrie accomplished what an actor does. It was getting a rise out of me, and so I had to ask Logan, like, if I'm hearing this, I know I'm asleep, but I have to wake up. And in that moment, it's like, oh, Pepper is very in tune to the sound of a younger sibling or an older sibling, or just someone who is a child being in discomfort.
Upset.
Yeah, and just that being something that she cannot stand, and just like, sorry, I'm up. What's going on? Why is the child crying?
That whole moment was so good.
It's very I don't know. I blame Aaron. Aaron inspired me to play a character this... I don't know. Something about me... It's... I'm having fun. I'm just letting things leave my mouth. Because you were like, talk more! And so it's like straight from the dome.
Yep. It's the best. Is just letting the words
if you guys
fly.
Didn't know, I was like, Hayden, I asked everyone to give me challenges to improve my, you know, just to give me something fun to strive to in D&D, and one of Hayden's was to be a more talkative character.
Mm-hmm. I think you're fully accomplishing that.
Oh, Pepper. You... Honestly, my best intentioned character so far.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
That's
Interesting.
That's interesting. All right. Looking at you, Fenny. Okay. Okay.
What are you hiding, Fenny?
It is I, Fenris the villain. I think I like the whole time.
Should have fucking known. She was too fucking nice. Oh, hi, Kylo.
Too real. Safe word.
Safe word. Safe word. I don't know what the fucking safe word is. Stabbing. Or time to kill her, I guess.
A few good.
Cattywampus.
Cattywampus. I like cattywampus.
That's our safe word in Gilligan's Grave.
Oh, is it?
No, it's not, because I don't think the child should choose our safe word. It's the word to make sure that Dendron, one of the people we talk to, is not someone else, because a lot of people have been impersonating other people.
Thanks, I hate it.
Cattywampus. Yeah, it's not good. Gilligan's Grave is a lot of not good implications, as I said earlier.
Yeah, it makes me even more nervous for, like, our interim game stuff. Like, I ain't saying shit, obviously, because I can't. But, like...
I know.
That's all I have to say. And I think I'm going to ask one more question to close us out. And it's going to be for the both of yous.
Ooh.
Because I think this one's real fun. So, pick a character. Any ones that are active at the moment, or ones that you've, like, played more recently. If this character could... Hold on, what is this? Okay, I see what they meant. So, if you had words of wisdom for one of your PCs before their campaign, what would you have said in 10 words or or less, not left, Jesus. In 10 words or right, what would you have told your characters? So pick a character, 10 words or less, words of wisdom for before the campaign. Yeah, it's a good one. I like that.
That one. Oh boy.
Dear Pepper, take better notes, please! To be fair, that's also, dear Braden, take better notes, please! I am not giving myself an advantage. Alright, I'm method acting, I promise.
I guess I'd probably say to Kyra, you don't need all this. Just be yourself. Something like that. Probably.
I love that. Because Kyra was kind of putting on airs a little bit for a while, right?
Definitely. For a good chunk of Waterdeep in the beginning, she was not actually Kyra. Not the real Kyra. And for Gino, I'd probably say something along the line. Oh, you said pick one, so
yeah, pick one. But you know what? Fuck
okay.
it. It's our fucking show. Give Gino advice. It gives Braden time to think.
That's fair. Heckin', I'd probably tell him. I started talking, hoping to come up with things to say as I was talking, and it kind of fell.
It's all good.
As can.
You're a sexy tin can. Live your truth.
Here's my number. 3, 6, 1, 8, ain't. No.
I need to learn how to draw armor. This is part of my art journey, is I need to learn how to draw armor so that I can draw just tin can memes of Gino.
Oh.
Just call me a can opener.
If you want, I can go with my Fenris one while you think of Dream.
Yeah.
Sure.
I think for Fenris it would be either talk about your feelings more, or like express your rage. Because there were a lot of times I think Fenris kind of swallowed how she was feeling about things. I mean, she holds her tongue quite often. Every once in a while, Fenris got something to say. Either that or approach with your heart open.
I love that.
I mean, Fenris had to learn how to do that throughout the campaign. She kind of kept getting smacked in the face with these things, and she'd have to be like, okay, yes, Vogan's a hobgoblin, but he's not one of the hobgoblins that, like, attacked and caused the whole problem that involved your people to have to sign up their names and register themselves as people. It's okay, he wasn't alive. You know, all of this previous rage.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, okay, Gwen just wants to give my fucking apple to Murkwire.
Okay!
Alright! Could have been saving that from my parents when I find them, but whatever.
That's fine.
Oh, it's alright. She would have had it for a whole campaign. It would have been crazy. But yeah, I think that's the message I would tell Fen.
I love that. Do we have any more, or is that where we're calling it, my beauteous beauties?
I think I'd probably tell Gino, who you are right now matters.
Oh.
You are your own person. And I'd probably leave it at that.
Oh, my heart.
Wow.
Oh, I want
Eric,
that. Oh, that hit. Just who you are right now matters. I want that, like, on my wall. I want that as, like, a little motivational fucking sticky note.
Good advice for anybody, honestly.
That's great advice. Oh my gosh. That's beautiful, Eric. Holy shit. That's beautiful. Damn. What a perfect note to end on. Shit. I love that. Oh my gosh.
Who you are right now matters.
Oh.
Yeah. All y'all at home, take that.
Take that.
'Cause it's true.
Fools. Man. All right. Well, with that, that is it for this episode of Wits and Crits. Thank you all so much for watching. And to my lovely guests, go ahead and promote your fine selves. Do you have anything to announce? Is there anything coming down the wire? And where can the teenies find ya? We'll start with Eric.
You can find me on for the next little bit, maybe 2-3 weeks, who knows, playing Persona 3 Reload with cool kids on Tuesdays at heckin' I think it's 8 EST. Punch that in your Googles and see what that is in your time. But that slot is going to soon be taken up with a Pathfinder game that Spencer's going to be running, that Hayden and I are part of, as well as Cody and Maddie. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Eric VA, EREHCVA.
Eric.
The only way to spell it in my mind, and I still spell it wrong.
Logan thought that was actually how my name was spelled for a long time, and it's really funny.
He didn't learn that until I joined the fucking team.
What a king.
Which is crazy.
I love Logan. We love you, buddy.
Nah.
We love you, Logan.
But yeah, that's me.
Eric also edits all of my TikToks and clips and posts all the stuff for me on my Scylla YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. So
That is true.
Eric's amazing and is a wonderful editor. So all those funny ha-has that you see on my socials for Scylla, that's all Eric. That's Eric's doing. So praise him. And his editor notes are fucking hilarious, and they make the TikToks even better. But anyway, praise be to Eric. Yeah, take the fucking compliment, you talented motherfucker. Yeah, that's right. That's fucking right, bitch. Anyway, moving on to you, Bradley Boo. Do you have anything to announce? Where can the people find you? Promote yourself, you finey.
Oh gosh, I'm always around. I'm always doing different stuff. You can find me. Oh no, not a yawn now. This is an important moment, body. All right, it's going away. Excellent. You can find me on Twitch at that1VABread. I stream most weekdays, or I try to stream as often as I can. Right now I'm doing painting. I'm painting my cats as royalty.
It's cute.
And we have a good time. On Twitter, I'm Braden Voices, which is BradenVoices. I'm on Instagram at the Braden Alexander. And yeah, go watch Gilligan's Grave.
Yee.
Come see me, Pepper.
Come see
I'm
Pepper.
Pepper. Oh, I'm Pepper. I guess Pepper's share. If I could turn back time. We gotta get out of here before I
Pepper
get
multiclasses
too
as a
off
bard.
the walls.
Let's go. Oh, man. All right, teenies. Well, if you want to see more of me, I suppose, you can find me on Twitter at HeyBaleVoice, as well as Scylla Aria. That's SYLLAARIA. You can also find me over on Twitch at Scylla Aria, where I've been streaming some Baldur's Gate. I'm going to be moving into a lot more TTRPG content, so if you guys like what you see here, I will be extending that over to Scylla. So you guys can watch me make dice. We'll be doing some one-on-one D&D. It's gonna be some good times. But enough about me. If you want more Nat 19, which why wouldn't you? That's a silly thought if you didn't.
Yeah.
Remember, you can tune in on Tuesdays and Wednesdays for gaming streams with the cast. So Tuesdays is the cool kids for the foreseeable future until we start Pathfinder, where you'll have Eric, Maddie, and Cody for the cool kids. And then on Wednesdays, alternating with Wits and Crits, we have Chaos Crew with myself and Braden. It's a good chaotic time. We're playing through God of War Ragnarok right now, and we are very close to the end.
Ooh.
I'm very excited. We in the juice now, dude. It's great.
Yeah.
On
We are in-
Thursdays, alternating with our last Devil Might Surrender Embleton game, we have Princes of the Apocalypse, which is DM'd by our wonderful Aaron Robert Parnell. And then our last Devils Might Surrender episode will possibly be the day after this episode airs. Assuming the curse isn't like, no, fuck you guys, you never get to end the campaign. And on Saturdays, what'd you say, Red?
No ending, only curse.
Yeah, honestly, that's kind of how it feels. We're like, y'all, we're trying so hard to play this game, and it's like, no.
Wait, is DMS tomorrow? It's Princess tomorrow.
No, it's Princess tomorrow. I'm
This
saying
is-
the
so this is
day
going, okay.
the day after this goes up on
Next
YouTube.
That's what I meant. Yes, I was being silly and I may have misspoke. Meh. But on Saturdays,
You can tune in for Gilligan's Grave, which is our current Somnus Domina game, which I highly recommend. We talked a lot about it today, and Gigi's awesome. I love it so much. It's so good, and everyone is bringing it.
Streaming from 4 p.m. EST to 8 p.m. EST, cause we like playing D&D.
Yeah! I love it. We're getting theme songs here today.
I'm trying.
Honestly, if you think about you singing, like, Turn Back Time as Pepper makes a lot of sense because the campaign is in the past.
Huh.
Damn.
And also, you play Fenris, who's a time cleric.
True.
Amazing.
Pepper is
So
Fenris
real.
confirmed?
Penris?
Oh, that was my big secret. Y'all caught me.
Fenris?
Peprous.
Oh no.
I don't know.
I knew her stew had too much pepper in it. Get her.
I fucking knew it!
Witch!
Oh. Explains why there's no salt in it. She can't cross a salt circle. Anyway, if you guys are interested in our merchandise or you just want more information about our team, you can visit us on our website at nat19show.com. That's nat19show.com. Thanks, y'all, so much for tuning in. We will see you next time for whoever the heck is on the docket. I don't remember what my schedule is. What's sleep? Anyway, love you, teenies. We'll see you next time.
Why would
Bye-bye.
Fenris have salt when Avi's right there?
It's true. That's fair. Goodbye, teenies.
Bye-bye.
Saltbird
Bye.
out. No. Mwah.